wait to get started. Wait till the rain stops.
Right on the edge. It is there. That's the picture showing that.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining me here in the shop at Tools for Machines. My name is Gary. I want to share with you a trip I made over to Mississippi a few weeks ago to Windy Hill Foundry, and managed to stop in Vicksburg and pick up my friend James Kilroy, and the two of us went over and stayed the weekend with Clarke Easterling over in Morton, Mississippi. So I want to share with you all the stuff that I learned and the process we went through to pour a shaper vise over there at Windy Hill. It was a lot of fun, had great conversations. Like I say, learned a lot of stuff about the casting process from Clarke. He's got the process down pretty well now after a couple of years of trial and error and learning on his own. So without further ado, let's get to the video.
That's just to keep them from blowing out, or to keep it from...
It'll help insulate them because there's only like 3 inches sand barrier around those thick parts. So we want those things to cool as slowly as we can.
So what makes the green sand black?
The sea coal and the coal dust that I've added to it, and that's a added refractory to the sand. It will, once the iron hits the cavity of the mold, it will ignite the coal dust and the sea coal, which forms carbon from the thin ribbon of soot that will coat the interior of the cavity.
Right.
And that will be the insulating barrier that keeps the iron from fusing to the sand. Since iron is, 1,000 degrees hotter than the melting point of sand. So, yeah, it's critical in green sand that you have those added to it. I've got a few things other than that that are in there as well, but that's the key ingredients to prevent that.
This is not one of those crucibles that you have to bake first?
No, I've never had to do that. Any of the crucibles from Morgan Labs are already seasoned and ready to go.
Okay.
I've never had one fail on me for firing it cold for the first time.
Okay.
I would not, anybody that says that, if I had to season a crucible before I use it, I'd be wary of it anyway. But I've never had issues with these other than, just general breakdown over time. Now, I'm not locking these in. They all have room to move in there, despite what it looks like. But I do want to fill it as much as I can.
How many times you have to charge it to be fully from
Well,
that stuff melts down.
The weather has a lot to do with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep, the atmospheric pressure out there, the weather can deviation.
Really?
So, yeah. But we'll be charging this. I'm going to be steadily adding more material to it. I'm probably going to add, I don't know, we'll see. Gary and I talked about it, and we're not going to go to the rim on it.
Sure.
We're going to probably, what did we say, 60 pounds?
I think we said 50.
50 or 60.
You said about 4 inches from the top.
Yeah. I'd say that's, it'd be about
Just a touch over halfway,
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have more than not enough, and I need to make some reserve molds, which I'll get something
points and
that's
ingots
pretty
and stuff.
fast. Yeah, just because we don't want to waste it,
No.
but we don't want to go dumping 30 pounds on the ground either. No.
Yeah. How long does it need to heat up for it to take on its?
Yeah, I light it. I get it kicked off with propane and I let it warm up a little bit. I mean, it's never a good idea to just go straight from room temperature to extreme heat.
Yeah.
So this will get it up to about 500 degrees, which is better than nothing. And but I'll leave that for about 1 minute, and then I'll go ahead and kick the blower on, turn the diesel on.
Push to the middle.
Yeah, get cold while you can.
That thing throws off amazing here.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, without this leather on, I would be completely scorched.
Hold on. Something there.
You ready?
And then going down far enough.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
set it
stuck on
down.
the block.
Set it down.
Watch out.
Hold on.
Stuff on the blocks and there's some in it.
Let's try it.
It's got a block stuck in it.
There's a block stuck in it.
Block stuck in it.
Yeah. Hold up.
Watch out.
We're just gonna have.
You need to knock that block back forward. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Let's just try to pour it.
Okay.
Shit. Set that. Set, yeah, just.
Get it with the tongs again.
That's it.
I think it's gonna come out that way. I think we need to pick up the crucible and get it out of the way.
Yeah. I think that's what you're gonna have to do.
Oh man, hold on. It's freezing on it. Come on down with it if you can. There you go. And set it on the ground. Let's see if we can't let it slide in.
That's good.
Alright, lower it down. Just go all the way down. It ain't gonna fill that one.
My phone's hot.
Whew. Do it again. And this is done here.
So that one was poured second.
Yeah.
So you would think it would be
It's still
hotter,
kinda
but it's
warm, yeah.
thin. It's a thin cross section.
Yeah,
So that
but
one,
if you put your hands right here, this one's actually still the hottest. I
yeah,
think.
this one's got more mass to it, way more mass to it than
Yeah.
this one does. So that one there, even though it was poured second, was cooler.
And the sand mower don't sound right when it hits this stuff either.
Makes a clinky sound.
Yeah, it grinds, squeals. Yep, got a good one. Let me gently get the sand out from in between the needles, and then I'll pop the needles off out there.
So you don't poke a handle.
Well, yeah.
That's the base and the fixture off?
The base that the vise sits on.
Oh, okay. Just the base. Oh, so that's a riser over there. It's just a gate.
And all of this cuts off, and it's just the base you're left with.
Oop.
So like I said, I learned a tremendous amount about the casting process from Clarke, and both James Kilroy and I, we just had a great time over there visiting in the foundry and learning from Clarke about what he's picked up over a couple of years of, pretty much learning on his own about casting iron. A lot of people can, fumble through and learn how to do aluminum. It's a lot simpler, a lot lower heat process, but cast iron's what separates the men from the boys, I think. And Clarke's got his process down pretty well now. And it was a great learning some of the things he's picked up over the years, and he's really got it refined, and he's putting out really good castings now. So I really appreciate the time and effort you put in, Clarke, and look forward to working with you in the future on some other projects. Again, I really appreciate y'all tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Hit the like, thumbs up below, showing that you appreciate this content. If you think other people would be interested, please share it on other platforms. And again, I really appreciate y'all tuning in, and I will see y'all next time.